Sure, and why yeah.
What up, yo?
What is up, my friends?
I do my pre-show stretches here so I don't pull a hammy.
We were just changing the world a little bit right here. You know, guys.
Should we share ideas so someone can steal it and make millions off of it?
No, we can't do that.
We're not really supposed to be talking about this, though. Remember,
computer on.
Me.
Wasn't me.
Wow. I got wait, it's a text message or something. I'll turn that down. Bada bing.
Hey, what's up, Big Clive? Hambone, Jason Johnson, Jesus Fish is in the chat tonight.
Ale Anonymous.
Jesus Fish, were you driving on the road flagging Adam down one day?
Yeah, did I see you driving one day in a work van, Jesus Fish? And also, well, I guess if I saw him in a work van, he does HVAC, but
I forget, isn't Jesus Fish of Mexican descent?
I would hope so. I mean, what do you think he is? Some Irish dude named Jesus Tapia?
He could be Colombiano. Who knows?
I think he's like Whitsec, like Joe, and just like he's a white dude that has a Hispanic name.
I'll bet you if you go to a Home Depot parking lot at 6 in the morning, you'll see him.
Oh my gosh.
I think Joe's Armenian for real.
Oh, he's a Mongoloid. Not that.
Mongoloidian. Mongoloidian.
Did you say Armenians are Mongoloids?
Oh shoot!
I said Joe's a Mongoloid.
Oh,
you're just connecting the dots, Chris.
We didn't know, the three of us. I don't think the three of us. We noticed the thumbnail. Bill had like money in it, but I was doing it so quickly I didn't realize the drugs and guns and that.
Yeah, so, you know,
how could you not notice that?
I right at the top. Totally didn't notice, and I'm sitting here this whole time. And I have the chat up, and I look over at the thumbnail like a minute before the show, and I'm like, I just realized that this thumbnail has.
Adam's like, hey, Bill, we're gonna do some sort of giveaway this week. I'm like, I know what that means, bro. Drugs and money. Like, let's get it. I'm like, and then all of a sudden we're giving away a gift card. I'm like, a gift card? We're not giving away drugs and money and guns and weed and stuff. I mean.
What did Jesus Tapia in the chat said that's just it sums up Chicago in a nutshell, and then Bill said that's a Chicago Lunchable.
Jason,
that's right, man.
So, Jesus Fish, do you do HVAC or you just
equals Chicago?
You know,
just a consumer of the overtime.
House says we're demonetized. Yeah, I kind of figured that.
We live our life demonetized.
We bank on that every week.
My channel just fell off the map anyway, so you know.
Yeah, Chris just lost all his sponsors for being associated with us.
Pretty much. So
yeah, uninvited from AHR.
Yep.
No more speaking gigs at the symposium.
That's right.
His local church booted him.
Oh, okay. So Jesus is going to college and he's going to get into the HVAC program. We're always curious because you've been supporting the channel for a very long time. So
hey, Susie Dunn's in the chat tonight.
Cool.
Reliable HVACR. Awesome. I don't see Big Randy and his little buddy Luke. Probably hanging out with their balls out again. Pat Finley's in the chat there. What's up, Pat?
Jason.
Yeah.
So
you know, real quick before we kick it off, I know we're not supposed to talk about our super secret meetings before every other Friday before the show, right? But man, I gotta tell you, Steve, just sometimes I wonder. He's just a genius, you know. And I'm like, what is this dude even doing?
I'm almost starting to wonder if you're Joe because you're giving nobody context as to what the heck you're talking about.
We're not supposed to, according to Adam. It's super secret.
I don't know if it is super secret. I just said,
I don't think it is because I'm always like, why are they even talking to us if we're not like, you know, giving them a shout out every now and again?
Yeah,
that's a good point. That is a good point.
So Steve Rogers and Chris Hughes, and I know they're probably watching because
where do they work?
From TEC, the Energy Conservatory.
Good people, good guys.
Great guys, absolutely great guys, super smart. And like we were doing our super secret class tonight, and the whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, these guys are so smart. Like, why are they even talking to me? Yeah, I'm just some dumb wrench jockey, you know. Right. But the stuff that you guys are talking about, like Adam understands it probably more than anybody here, I would assume. And Joe second most, and Chris he's catching up there too. And I'm just like, I know air feels good sometimes. That's all I know.
That was good talk, Bill. But even Adam's that Helster, that coach house about the humidity problem. But even that idea what Steve's talking about, Christopher, and you know, they feed off our input too. They feed off techs to produce these great tools that could help us. And
I did kind of miss that. I caught part of that conversation about the coach house with the humidity issue. Did you guys actually figure out a possible reason that was happening?
We have ideas.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. So I mean that's like a weird anomaly, that house. So it's
12 inches of closed foam cell insulation, and I forget what you said, like two, I don't know what it was,
like that pink stuff,
insulation underneath the slab.
Yeah. R20 under the slab.
Yeah.
And then it's whatever 16
they feed
inches
off the blood of techs, Dustin Cole.
Mr. Gary
Dustin
Gleisberg.
Cole. Yeah, TEC is built up from the blood of service technicians. They
They're
literally
vampires.
kill them
and
then grow their company.
Gary Gleisberg is a blast from the past, Joe?
Yeah, and even Knock It Off. There's a few of them, eh? Hey guys,
I remember that name. Everybody showed up for this giveaway, man. You sure we can't give away? You sure we can't give away some guns and drugs? I mean, drugs are pretty much illegal here.
Yeah, all you gotta say is we're giving away a couple of ink pens and freaking pocket knives.
The guy said,
"Hey, we got a T-shirt gun."
I'm definitely fucking tapped for cash, so that's why I'm drinking over here.
Well, you're awesome, Chris. Done. Your giveaway was awesome, Chris. You always do the badass.
Everyone needs to thank Chris.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm the man. Chris is the man behind the man.
That's right.
Let me be honest. Here's the deal. I've been planning this giveaway all year long, and by planning meaning I knew I was going to do a giveaway, but I had no idea how I was going to do it. Literally, I've come up with a million different ideas, and then finally, like a week ago, out of nowhere, I just said, "Here's what I'm going to do." What did you call it, Adam? I'm going to
responsibly avoid responsibility.
There you go. I responsibly avoided responsibility by
use the HVAC 2.0 tagline.
That's right.
I would highlight some comments, but apparently I don't have the power. So
yeah, I didn't click on it today. We don't have power anymore, Bill. So
what are you trying to highlight? Let me know. I'll highlight.
We got Hausch. Hausch says, "I'm here for the drugs and guns." And then 2 comments below. Well, actually, Pat's like, "I'm here for hookers and blow," and then Trevor's like, "I heard you're giving away hugs."
Oh, Peter Smart,
Peter Smart, that's awesome,
man. He's an OG of Chris's and our chats.
Yeah,
good dude.
Thanks, Pete.
Oh my God, it's on. Sorry. You're happy.
Someone asked who is it? Someone just asked what I was drinking. I'm drinking dark colored apple juice in a Scotch glass.
That's so lame.
Well, it's like the third. Wondering, I have a piece of iron pipe hydronics with a solid cylinder with a bigger diameter in the middle. Any idea what it is? I'm thinking it's like one of those expansion whatever thingies.
Piece of iron pipe.
Yeah, it's iron pipe with a bigger diameter in the middle. I'm thinking like, what are they called? I think Bill had one the other day. Compensators, expansion compensators.
What?
You know those expansion compensators, like it regulates the sporadic different flows. Like it kind of has like some kind of I forget in the middle of it. It's like a spring.
You know what this conversation is reminding me of?
What?
You guys remember that commercial from the early 90s or the late 80s where there's like a plumber in the lady's house? The plumber's like working and the lady's like, you know, the narrator's talking.
Oh, I know where this is going. She's like,
you trust your she's like,
well, I don't come into my room real quick. I want to show you something.
The guy's like, I know what the problem is. You need a new flam shooter.
Flam shooter.
She's like a flam shooter. And that's what I think Joe's describing right now.
On open.
That's the one thing I think of. I'm assuming
Peter Smart. Thanks, bud. That's awesome, man.
Stuck on repeat, bro.
Yeah, you're awesome, dude.
Thank you,
man. So many good people in here, and Peter, you're one of them for sure.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah, man.
Mario just informed us that we're live. Maybe we shouldn't have been talking about that stuff.
Oh, thanks.
Dang, good thing.
Thanks, Mario Lopez.
Thank you.
So what were you talking about, Joe? Now this flam shooter?
No,
pressure transducer deal.
The expansion compensator. They have Hydronic steam lines just to, I guess, eliminate sporadic like overpressures or just keep it more, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's just like a piece of iron with another like bigger diameter iron in the middle. It's like there's something inside. I think it's a bellows or some spring or something, whatever. I don't know. I never opened one up. Whatever it does to.
Is it to like reduce hammering water?
Yeah,
noise?
something like stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
That's what I'm assuming he's asking.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
So can I tell a story? When are we going to give this stuff away? Because I don't know if we should give it away too early. I think we should make everyone sit through the entire show.
Exactly.
Or maybe
you give it away now, everybody leaves.
Or we wait till the middle and give it to them then. Like I'm not sure.
Then they leave after the middle.
Well,
I mean, it's not like we're monetized anyway, so it really doesn't
not
matter.
with that thumbnail, Bill. Thanks.
No. Whoopsie daisy.
Bill might be responsible for the fact that I'm not going to do another end of the year giveaway next year because my whole channel just fell apart.
Thanks, Bill.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to get the FBI looking into us, the tobacco firearms group, like CIA. Everybody's going to start looking into us now.
Michael, run the longest show ever and give it away.
ATF.
So
yeah, what was your story? Go ahead, bud.
Oh no,
I like that tool sack story you did on the group.
That was good, right?
That was good.
That was actually a joke.
Oh, come on.
No, it was. I know the person who did that, and he did it as a joke to be.
Okay.
But I just thought it was hilarious.
Tool sack. Let's get some context here. I don't know if everybody in the chat knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
So I pull it up because I don't even remember.
Yeah,
what it is.
sure. In the HVAC Overtime Facebook group,
I read the whole thing, but I don't remember exactly.
He posted something that's hilarious.
Try to find it here.
So while he's doing that, for those that I don't know if there's any people in here that don't know what's going on, but every year I do an end of the year giveaway, and for the last 3 years, I mean, we'll see if we do it next year, but I do an end of the year giveaway, and this year I kind of just came up with an idea last minute, and I gave 9 creators 2 gift cards, but the creators actually didn't know they were getting a second gift card. They between myself and the creators, I just discussed, hey, would you be interested in giving away a gift card on my behalf, and I'll help promote your channel? That was the only thing I told them. But then when they agreed to it, then I sent them an extra gift card for themselves too. And so Adam is going to be giving away 2 because he decided not to keep his gift card. So I'm
paying it forward because I need some good karma in my life. You know,
there you go. So Adam's giving away his. Now there's a couple people that are still going to make their videos. They haven't made them yet. Jason Latimer told me he's going to make it in like a week or 2. And then, but
what if, but real quick, Chris, what if theoretically, if one of the creators took their gift cards and spent them all on like drugs and booze and guns?
I told the creators that they could do whatever they wanted with the gift cards. I had no expectations.
Okay, so like even the one they were supposed to give away, maybe theoretically. I mean, this is just.
I mean, by all rights, Chris's giveaway is over. It's done.
Yeah, my giveaway is done.
Point.
I'm done. My hands are washed and they're done of this. I emailed the gift cards and there's no contract.
Okay, so there's no repercussions if somebody were to spend it all on drugs and hookers.
Hypothetically,
and
right?
I mean, the thing is, you guys are going to all have to email Bill Spone at Trutech and hopefully
ask him for a refund.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, ask him to start carrying.
Who's to say Bill Spone wasn't there with me when I bought the drugs and hookers and guns?
Oh my god!
You know, right?
Oh man. So yeah, that was the thing. Was I put in a bunch of money, and then Trutech Tools put in a couple bucks, and then we bought a bunch of Trutech Tools gift cards. So, and then everybody's just giving those away. So Bill's going to give one of his away next week, and then Rick just announced his video. Adrian from Reliable HVACR.
Whoa. We didn't mention the best part. This is not a $20 gift card.
Yeah.
How much is it?
They're each gift card is $400.
And I got 2 of them to give away.
Yeah,
that's right.
So tonight, Adam's giving away $800 in 2 $400 gift cards.
Yeah.
So Adam in overtime is looking amazing. Thank God Chris is part of the overtime because technically, like you said, it originated from Chris.
Yeah, if we would have took like all the money we brought in from this channel over the year and tried to give that away, we're looking at what, like $17 and like 83 cents maybe. You know, like here's a gift card to Starbucks. You can get
what I should do, just so we all look a little better too. You know, what I should do is give both my cards to Joe right now as a present to him, and then he'll give them away, and then it'll be like, oh, Chris is a saint, then I'm a saint.
Yeah,
Joe's a saint. Let's keep passing it along the line. You know,
that's right.
Good idea.
No, that would take way too long for Joe to give those away, though.
Should I read this review?
Read it.
All right, so
that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I have I use House Call Pro, and then I have like apps that tie into House Call Pro, like different integrations. And one of the integrations is a review request, right? Where they send a link and it's like, did you how did you like our service, blah, blah, blah. And in the beginning, the first text message you get, it's a green thumbs up and a red thumbs down. And if they give a red thumbs down, it just stops it. And it says, why didn't you have, why do you feel your service wasn't good? And then it just sends us that, and there's no review. If it says a green thumbs up, it sends them to a review site and it posts online. So this was a general contractor that I worked with. He's been nagging me a long time to replace the system at his house. We replaced the system, and when I was done, was closing it out, and then I just clicked end, and I wasn't even thinking about it. It sends him a review request. Well, he gave me a review, and the review reads as the following. We were very pleased when the two handsome gentlemen entered our home, carrying their tool sacks.
Wait. Two handsome little gentlemen. Mind you, that made me laugh.
Oh, two
little gentlemen?
When the two small handsome gentlemen entered our home, carrying their tool sacks. Yeah, carrying their tool sacks. Both look like they could have been male dancers. They did a lovely job entertaining us while also changing our furnace. I think the world of these gentlemen, and if I wasn't married, I think that I would pursue them. And it was signed, Mike.
People picked up on it, eh? They're smart people.
Oh, man, that was pretty funny.
Yep.
So that was your friend that did that?
I mean, we don't hang out and barbecue together, right?
Yeah, but it was just a work acquaintance of yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, William, absolutely. I can't help but laugh at the use of the word tool sacks. Yeah, he did a pretty good job.
The ductwork wasn't the only thing rigid that day.
Yeah,
that was a good comment, Bill. That was a good comment.
That made me laugh. I love the small part.
By all rights, we do have tool sacks.
Yeah, the small part.
We're rocking the vetoes,
See, I didn't know if that was real. When I read that, I'm like, is this a dude or a girl? I was confused, and I didn't see the mic part.
Yeah, it sounds like it's. Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from I would almost say like an older lady or a creepy, pervy old man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're about right.
Either or. Nice. So did you guys do anything cool this week? Anything fun? Anything interesting? Brain scratchers?
Joe, you say something though, because you needed to tell a story.
Did I?
I think you need a story.
Okay, let me think on it. Let me think on it for a second.
Hey, can we talk about that story that we were talking about before the show, Joe?
Which one? No, absolutely not. Whatever we talk about.
The only show, or the only part that we talked about before the show.
No, we
stall for a second while I pull this up on my phone.
Thank you.
So I went on I posted another post in the Overtime group this week.
Thing. Yeah, give him a clap, guy.
2 in 1 week.
Yeah,
in 1 week. Holy shit!
Right?
So there was my aunt referred over this the guy. My aunt's a real estate agent, right? So she sold this dude and his wife and their family, whatever, a house, and he called her out of desperation. He had another company, oddly enough, one of the companies that is looking to buy me out. Weird, right?
Yeah, it is.
Somebody else is here.
No, don't worry about it. It's me.
Oh, okay. So
Adam's ready to bring him in. It could be like some troll from
why not?
From Zimbabwe.
Tell it to shut up.
I mean, if you're in the green room, you're important, right?
Yeah, we got that echo going on. That's cool.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to make it not talk.
Anyways, go ahead. What's your...
So yeah. He had this other big company out, and he has a bedroom over a garage, and it's that's super distracting, Chris. I can't do it anymore. You're gonna have to stop.
Why isn't it shutting up?
Why is it even started?
Anyways, yeah. So he's got this bedroom over the garage, and it's the baby's bedroom, right? And the other company, they sent a camera down the duct, and they said it's flex duct in there. And he said, what you need to do is we need to cut open the ceiling and replace it with metal duct, and then the bedroom will be fine. That's what I said. So he called his boss, and he's like, when can we schedule this? And the boss is like, we're not interested in doing that job. So the guy called me then, and he's like, so this is what I need to have done. I need to have this switched over to metal duct because I need to have this bedroom heat. And I'm like, I don't think that's going to work, yeah. So anyways, I go out to this house and I start looking at everything, measuring airflow. I have the flow hood out, coming up with an idea. Mind you, I found all kinds of crap that's wrong that has nothing to do with the flex duct. But
were you able to actually get any sort of eyes on the flex duct, make sure it wasn't crushed or?
No. But it's like we're getting a decent amount of CFM out of the duct. What I was able to do is count up the equivalent length of the duct that I could see in the basement leading up to, and I am imagining the top fitting coming out that attaches onto the duct and the boot. We're at over 600 equivalent feet of length on that, the 2 runs.
Wow.
For that bedroom. So it's and that's what I could see. That's no straight pipe added to that either. So I'm assuming it's probably more like 700 ish or so. So yeah, they have a bunch of problems over there. Anyways, while I was doing this dude, the doorbell rang, and a tech from that same company that was out walked in the house.
Oh, really?
The one that didn't want to do the job to begin with?
Right.
Or they the boss turned it down?
Right. But they also do plumbing, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
So I'm downstairs rocking and rolling with the True Flow grid. I love that thing.
Yeah.
And the guy
coming.
Huh?
Can't wait. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, the dude walks downstairs, and I'm minding my own business, you know, and he walks over to the water heater. He's like, "Oh, this is against code. You can't do this.
Oh, God.
This has to be changed." And I kind of like just glance over at the water heater, and I like, because I'm like, you're kind of thrown off for a second. So I'm looking up and I'm looking at the venting in that. I'm like, it's good from here. I don't, you know, I'm like, and I asked him, like, what exactly is against code?
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, he's like, the code states that you can't have a natural draft chimney more than 13 feet above the water heater. And this is a 2-story house. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, I'm like, so basically, from what you're saying, you need a rope.
Not 13 feet above.
Exactly. Like, even if you're in a ranch, when you add on the picture of the roof and everything,
it's going to be 13 feet above. The chimney sticks usually 10 feet above the house.
So he said he needs to change that to a power vent water heater, and then he also, then I see him, he starts asking about his sump pump for some reason. So they walk over, and I'm listening. I'm curious to see what the hell this guy's going to say.
Yeah.
And this is a big company. They have over 200 techs.
Yeah.
So this is one of those selling companies, right?
You mean sales? They have over 200 sales guys.
Right. Yeah. So he opens the sump pit, and he's like, "Oh, this sump pump, this is a cheap one. This is from Home Depot. This is like consumer grade. This thing's gonna break anytime. This looks old. You really should change this to like a commercial grade one." And he's like, "And another thing, what if the power goes out? By all rights, you really need a battery backup. So if like we go with this model battery backup, this and the what, like blah blah blah," and he goes, and then he's like up over $8,000 in repairs in this guy's house. All right. And then the guy's like, "Well, just write me up a quote, blah blah blah," and he does, and he walks out of the house. And then the homeowner comes back into me, and he's like, you know, I asked him, like, if you don't mind me asking, why'd you call them here in the first place? He's like, my water was too hot coming out of the hot water heater.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what? This guy racked him an $8,000 bill because the thermostat's up too high.
That's unbelievable.
That's amazing.
I can't believe there's people like that out there.
So it's funny. I literally just got one of these calls from my brother-in-law who lives in North Carolina this last week. He just messaged me and he's like, "Hey, I don't mean to bother you." He's like, "I know you do commercial." He goes, "But does any of this make sense?" And he starts sending me quotes from their local white shirt sales company, like some huge company. And actually, I'm going to blow him up right now. It's that there's a service company that, oh shit, what is the name of it? They're in North Carolina. They're huge. And they have a tagline that was going around on social media where they, sorry, long story. But I can't remember what their tagline is, but it's hilarious. But he said they do their normal maintenance. And this is what irked me about it. They do their normal routine maintenance. They've been there for 8 years. I go, "Have they ever sold you anything?" They're like, "No, never really. They just come out and do the maintenance." And he goes, "But all of a sudden now they said I have biological growth in my supply intake," is what they call it. And then he shows a picture of the supply plenum, and it's ductboard. And yeah, there is some like dark colored, it's like yellow ductboard insulation, and it's like dark colored. So it may be mold. Who knows, you know? But what irked me when they sent me this and they sent me the quote, the first thing is that the guy's quote says, you know, this happens with these type of ductboard things. It's natural. It just, you know, the humidity is in the air and it just absorbs into the ductboard. That's what they said. And he goes, "We need to sell you an air scrubber and your problems will be solved." And I told my brother-in-law, I'm like, "Dude, how long have they been doing your maintenance?" He goes, "Well, for like 8 years." And I go, "And they never are trying to address the reason as to why you might have what they call biological growth. I go, so he just wants to sell you an air scrubber, but he's not solving the problem as to why you have mold, if it is mold in there, like tell him to go pound sand, so then I'm asking around for local contractors for him, trying to find one. But
and also, isn't it dangerous just to throw out the word mold without actually doing any sort of testing?
Well, then no, he said biological growth. He didn't say mold.
Okay.
He says biological.
These are trained professionals, Bill.
He's in, but the funny part is when he said supply intake. I'm like, what the fuck is a supply intake? Like,
they say that so nobody could find.
Yeah, like, or are you talking about the return intake or the supply plenum?
Like, well, what you got here is you got biological growth on the sucky part, and then the blowy part's doing all fine though. Yeah.
So did you I saw Steve Reardon volunteered.
Oh yeah, but he's too far away. He's like 3 hours away. I was messaging him. He gave me a recommendation, and then I actually got a recommendation.
Live.
Susie Dunn says, what part of North Carolina? Matthews, so just outside of Charlotte.
What a jerk.
But I got there's like 2 or 3 people that I trust that recommended a mechanical contractor out there. I can't remember the name of it, but
there's probably nothing wrong. It's just dirt.
Too bad I don't have.
It might even be dirt. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing.
But Joe,
I know, Bill. I know.
But my thing with and again, these guys, like they say they've been doing a maintenance. They're not doing a maintenance. They're just going by looking for a sales, thing.
I rewrite them out.
I like how you guys just talk over me. You don't even appreciate me.
Oh my god, we
plot holes.
Stop it,
you plot holes. So I'm going to show you guys something I'm working on. So let me into the show right now, Adam. I'm going to mute my thing. Hold on. I'm going to try to do this right.
Here, since I don't have the power. Clive made a funny comment.
Did he? Oh yes, yes.
But I can't highlight it, so I just got to write it down.
Chris, I thought you gave them the power to highlight things.
I got to write it down like I'm a Mongolian here.
With ink from a special flower.
I had to do that because nobody was letting me into the show. So put me up on whatever, Adam.
You're awesome, Peter. You don't have to, buddy. Jeez. What's that?
Oh man, Peter Smart again with the win. Holy crap, dude.
Jeez.
I guess I gotta do everything.
We need to hook Peter Smart up with some merch. Hey Peter Smart, send me an email with your shirt size.
Yeah.
I'll send you some stuff, bro.
Good man. Good man. Bro.
So Bill, this is what I was trying to show you the other day.
CuriousHVACguy@gmail.com.
Oh
yeah, this thing.
That's a nice label maker you have there, by the way.
The cheapy Home Depot special.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So I'm doing a full exhaust retrofit where they have a smart hood system. And on the smart hood system, they don't want to use it anymore because it costs them too much money. They have VFDs and everything that run their exhaust fans. So they want me to come in and put conventional motor starters because it's all 3-phase motors. So they want conventional motor starters and they want conventional switches. They don't want any automatic control anymore because they realize that all the fancy energy efficiency stuff costs them way too much money. So I have to rewire their entire hood system. I've done these a few times, but I basically have to come in here and I have all these motor starters, but we had to wire it up in a way that, for instance, right here, if we flip the main power switch right here, it turns on all.
Down, bro.
What's that?
That switch is all loosey-goosey, man.
Well, because this is just for me to show you, dummy.
Yeah.
This ain't going in there.
That's a cool.
But this turns on all the exhaust fans, and it turns on the makeup air units, the ACs, and then miscellaneous 115 volt exhaust fans. You can add as many relays as you want. But then if there's a fire in the building, this simulates the fire suppression system. So if the fire suppression system goes off, it basically turns the. Hold on just a second. Not working the way that I'm supposed to. Okay, yeah. So what it does is it turns off the makeup air units and the AC and then continues to run all the exhaust fans. And you have to have it all set up like that. So I was working on this. This took me a while, but the problem, this isn't hard to set up, but now I got to draw a schematic because I don't want someone to have, because I know how this works, but nobody behind me is going to know how this thing works.
Yeah, you definitely need a schematic.
So now I got to sit down. Yeah, now I got to sit down and draw a schematic. And then when I install this, this will all be in like motor starter panels and everything. And then these switches will be elsewhere. Like I just did this so that way I didn't have to wire it on site. And then this switch won't even actually be here. This is going to be in the fire suppression system. It's a micro switch that if the fire suppression system ever triggers it, but I just use that just to simulate it so that way I can set it all up. So, but now I got to figure out.
If you're wondering, Chris absolutely measured out each one of those wires to make sure they're the exact same.
You know what?
100%.
No, you know what? When you do that, you start realizing that either you got to just let it go or you got to be perfect. And I realized that I can't be perfect. So I stopped trying. So just stop trying. And then
you need to mount that to like a board or something, and maybe even throw in some extra lights for the visual aspect of it.
Yeah, well, this will be mounted on, I mean, oh, you're talking about for the visual. Yeah, this will be all be mounted on DIN rails inside the hood panel, though.
Cool.
So when it's all said and done, but you can take me off full screen.
Set it up like a trainer, so you can actually use that to train your guys. Have that along with a cool schematic.
Oh, for sure, Jay Sugar. For sure. There's many that don't. But it's all a learning curve, and hopefully they'll get the gist of it. They do it more than once and twice and 3 times.
Nice job, Chris.
Yeah, that's awesome, Chris.
Somebody was making fun of your Fluke meter, though.
Why?
Fluke's
I don't know.
great.
I love Fluke.
Actually,
yeah,
this
I don't
is
mind
probably
it.
one of the coolest Fluke meters you can get. This is a bench meter. So if you want to simulate, this was before they had Bluetooth. This used like, I don't know, whatever it did to communicate to this. So
Cool.
you could actually have this. But no, this is a perfect little bench meter.
Interesting.
Hey there, Randy, in chat. That is cool, Chris.
Oh, Randy Ravioli's here in the chat, live in person, huh? I bet he's not wearing pants.
Just don't put foam in the boxes.
Yeah, you hear
Yeah, because Adam will yell at you because he thinks that you're filling an entire electrical box with spray foam.
You did.
Yeah, electricians are gonna love you.
Yeah,
The 381 is a nice one, Anonymous. 381.
So what'd you do this week, Joe? Anything cool?
Nothing comes to my mind.
Still thinking about it.
Yeah, still thinking about it. Yeah.
I did nothing real cool this week. Like I had a couple like little things where I kind of felt like a hero, but in the grand scheme of things, like it's really not that cool. But I will say, in comparison, though, other people would have shot the fucking dog on this one, and I did.
What?
I fixed some stuff, man. I fixed a cheese dispenser today, bro. Pretty sweet. But you know, the thing is, like, it is just a cheese dispenser. But the funny thing was, it's a brand new cheese dispenser, and it's like one of these big nacho cheese machines. You know, it's like 3 foot high, 2 foot wide. I mean, it's a monstrosity for one of these restaurants that have the meats, right? And the kings of diarrhea, if you will. And what had happened was a cotter pin on this brand new machine somehow went missing, and nobody could figure it out. So I went out there, and I'm like, first thing I noticed is like, well, yeah, you're missing the cotter pin that actually couples the dispensing wheel to the motor. And so I flipped it upside down, went to Lowe's, got me a new 1.25 by 0.91 cotter pin, popped that bitch in there, and boom,
Nice.
You got your nasty fucking cheese simulated product.
Ew.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
A lot of driving lately, or?
Yeah, a little bit, but nothing real cool this week. Nothing, no brain scratchers. Like nothing that I felt like Chris from HVACR videos this week at all.
Dude, I haven't had anything like stimulating going on in my brain. It's been boring stuff.
I mean, I do have a video that's kind of coming out. Oh, Zach, the 5-barrel Slushie machine. Well, I think I may have got it working. I went back there and I went back there with the idea that I was going to replace one of the solution modules. And when I got a bunch of other components apart from the original solution module, I found this thing, and I'm not familiar enough with these to tell you the technical terms for most of the components on this, but I found one part of the solution module where it's leaking syrup, which I think is the reason why I couldn't properly calibrate the bricks mix, is because I kept on leaking syrup. So I wasn't getting consistent pressure on the syrup side. And I tightened that up, and it was this some sort of like brace on the side that held the like a transducer for the syrup pressure, I guess. I tightened that up, stopped leaking syrup. I was able to dial it into, I think, like almost a little hair, like a hair under 15% bricks. And then
what is bricks?
I let that ride. Bricks, I don't really know what it actually means. All I know is that it's what they call the syrup carbonated water solution mix, I guess.
Oh,
that's a good question, though. I don't really know what it means, because they also refer to like when you're testing pop syrup solution, They refer to that as bricks too, which
I wonder if Sean S or Pat Finley in chat. No one.
Yeah, they probably know. Those guys are smart dudes.
Yeah, for that kind of stuff, for sure.
I just got freaking
Hey, Dave
awesome
G. Yeah, it
email.
is a FBD machine.
Mm.
Sugar
G,
to water ratio.
What does this say?
You ever running up on jobs that have oxygen?
Yeah.
Non-oxygen barrier PEX installed?
Absolutely. And it drives me nuts. Like, why is it because it's cheaper? You're doing a boiler setup in iron? Who does a boiler setup in iron and non O2 barrier PEX? Believe it or not. And you know what? Home Depot now selling that shark bite shit. That's not O2 barrier. It absorbs what's it called?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Yeah. And actually in our code books, it actually states that you're not really supposed to do that. I forget what it says in there, but in a hydronic code book or in our code book, you're not supposed to do that. But yeah, it absorbs it. Any iron, or I guess, and it kills pumps. You have to use bronze pumps or stainless, obviously, pumps if you don't have them. But so in the end, you're just paying in the end. But people don't think of the later on tech who's going to service it and stuff like that. They just think of the now, the cheap, and whatever.
So check this out. I just literally looked at my phone right now and I got the coolest email ever. So it says, hello from Montana.
Sure, Steam, yeah.
This guy says he's a 5th grade special education teacher in Western Montana. He has a student that's autistic and he's obsessed with HVACR. He said yesterday he spent well over a half an hour explaining everything he knows about HVACR. And when the teacher asked him, he said it's because he's been watching my videos. And then so the teacher's just asking me for like an autograph or something for the kid. So I'm going to send the kid a bunch of merch. That's the coolest freaking email ever.
What grade is he in?
5th grade.
Oh,
That is
sweet.
pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, dude. I'm going to give the kid a bunch of shirts and hats and stuff. And that's really cool.
Send him that pineapple shirt.
I got to go find that. My wife probably burned it, dude, because it was sitting on the kitchen table.
Send him a yodeling pickle.
Oh, man.
I
mean, this one right here. Like, what is that? Someone asked me when I posted something, like my giveaway video or something. Someone was like, what's that green thing
What
on
is
your
that?
desk?
You know what you should do? You should like the next time you and your wife go out on a date, right? Keep that in your pocket, and then when you go like pay for something, like pull that out and like fiddle around with your change and act like it's not even there, and just like subtly like embarrass your wife and the other people in the room. Like, oh, that's just my pickle. Never mind.
Yeah. My wife is so over everything. Like when I opened that pineapple shirt,
Yeah, I've been waiting on those, Pat.
She just
Anytime,
said no.
bro.
No, she said no. You can't. No.
You can't wear the shirt?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's lame.
No, but I'm gonna go find it right now. I'll bring it in here.
Gary says we should go visit that kid. Let's just show up at his school.
Go to Montana.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Bring him on the show.
How cool would that be?
I'm sure I can let me get one of my sponsors to fly me out there. I'll do
That would be terrifying if we all just showed up there because he doesn't know the
kid,
rest of us.
Like for real though, for real, like you could like totally trigger that kid. So no, you're not going to do anything crazy like that. But
I'm trying to find that code book.
I'd trigger him.
I'll be right back.
I'd be like, I'm Chris's bodyguard.
Oh, okay. There, I think. Hold on.
Hey, so in our super secret chat, was it yesterday or today? I don't remember. We were talking about black pipe, right? And not the black pipe you guys always talk about, the other kind that runs, gas and whatnot. Which reminds me that that one picture, I think it's called Barry or something. That big black dude, hilarious. Anyway, that dude's dead.
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah, you know that guy.
Yeah,
11-incher guy. What were we talking about again?
We were talking about black pipe.
Yeah, black pipe. So I was talking to you guys about like, how do you guys measure black pipe? Like, I don't run a lot of black pipe. I'm not I'm not a pipe fitter. So some of you guys are gonna be like, man, that's real stupid. That's a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because I want to. So when you're measuring black pipe, let's say you're doing a change out and it's not an exact match, so you got to run all new black pipe. Like, how do you guys measure black pipe? Like, what do you include for the threads? I know, Adam, you had sent a little sort of a data table showing some stuff. I don't even know what any of it meant. But, like, how do you account for the threads and how do you account for the elbows? You guys have rules of thumb, or, like, how do you guys do it? Educate me, please.
How do I zoom in?
Yeah, show them the chart. And like Michael House says, face-to-face and add half inch per fitting. Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah.
but I was like 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, on some of the bigger stuff, or how does that work?
Here, he'll show you this chart.
Can you see that? Here,
Mm.
I just figured out you could zoom.
Oh, fabulous! Yeah,
How's
I can
that?
see it a little bit better now.
Did you guys address Randy's comment?
No, we don't have the privilege to this stream.
Randy,
So
yeah, we do know, and I remember that's why you started watching the content, Randy.
Why?
So it's really cool.
Thanks, Randy. Yeah.
Why did he? What happened?
He said just so we know, he wanted to let us know that he's also autistic, and that's why he started watching the content, was because of how interesting it was.
Wait a minute, Randy, you didn't tell us you were autistic. I guess, but you do like those weird sour cream and noodles, so I guess.
Ate sour cream noodles.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense now.
Randy's a cool dude, though.
Randy is our #1 fan, bro.
Yeah.
He is.
Yep.
Luke is number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah, Luke is number 2. He's It's close though. It's close. So yeah, what are we looking here, Adam? FC.
So this was actually not developed, but this was actually put together by a friend of mine and friend of the show,
Rich,
Mr. Rich,
who
is a union pipe fitter.
He is
Rich Rubio,
certified badass. So, anyways, if you want to understand what this means, Bill, you were asking earlier, but I think you were driving. I didn't really care to talk about it. But anyways, let's look at like the what do you want to look at? The 1 inch,
let's say 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is like common, and well, no, 3/4. Yeah, 3/4 is common.
So 3/4. If you look at 3/4 on the screen, right, and you shoot over this up top, each column, this one means face to center, this is center to center, and this is face to face. And this is a rolling 90. This is 90 to a 45. So if you're measuring like fitting to fitting, face to face on 3/4, you would add 1 inch.
That's pretty simple. So if I measure from point X to point Y, it's 24 inches, right? I need a 25-inch piece.
Right.
Okay.
Now, let's say you have a fitting on one pipe, but you don't have a fitting on the other pipe, but the other pipe is in place. So you'd measure face to center of the other pipe. And you see right here, you would deduct 3/8 of an inch from the measurement you took.
I'm already confused, and I'm just going to go buy 5 of every fitting and then just return everything when I'm
nipple
done.
set, buddy. Just a
37 couplers.
That's what they teach you. That's what they're teaching you like 5th and 6th grade not to do when you're doing the math class. So like you need to estimate this properly.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I get the whole nipple tray and I got all these couplers and like I make it work and it looks okay, but it's time consuming to do it that way. Now I want to be able to do it this way, like just to measure it, boom, boom, boom. I got this and this and this. I'm gonna have to find a way to save that to my phone and reuse that. So anyway, face to center.
Literally in the messenger chat, you hold on it and then you hit save to phone, and it saves it to your phone.
Mock me with your magical tactics and technology. I don't,
because I literally saved it when he shared it today. I was like, oh, I'm gonna save that in my phone.
Oh, I'm better than Bill. I'm gonna save this. That's what you said.
Exactly.
Face to center though. So you have one pipe that's already in a fitting, right? Boom, just like that. So you're measuring to the face of that fitting, that connection to the.
So let's say you have 2 pipes
end of it, and then you subtract.
You have 2 pipes like this, parallel, right? One pipe, this pipe over here has a 90 on it.
Butts into that pipe.
This pipe has a 90, and this pipe does not have a 90. So instead of screwing a 90 on to measure face to face, you could measure face of this 90 to center of this pipe, and you'll know what size nipple to use.
Oh, okay. Okay, that actually makes sense. But
then you subtract 3/8 of an inch.
For me, what's always worked is just assume about 3/8 of an inch longer on each end. And then that's how I've always kind of done it. That or just buy extra fittings. And it's always seemed to work good for me.
I mean,
if you were doing gas fitting and steam fitting and pipe fitting a lot.
I don't. I do
that's
it. That's
what I mean.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't do it at all. But yeah.
Why do you care then? Why are you asking these crazy questions?
Curious.
Well, yeah, I'm curious. I'm a curious dude. But also, like, when I do installs, like, I don't want my gas line to look stupid. Like it'll be close, but if you step back and you look at it just right, the lines don't line up. The 90s are like kind of skewed a little bit. Like I try not to be a hack.
You know what I've noticed about when you're running black pipe? If you use Nylog white, Refrigeration Technologies' new signature product. You actually are able to tighten the fittings on much farther. Like I've noticed, I'm like, holy crap, I'm like burying the threads and I'm not even trying to do it.
I've oftentimes wondered, like, at what point does something bad happen here when you're screwing that stuff together, because it just keeps going. Yeah.
Like with Nylog White, with other pipe dope, it really doesn't as much, but Nylog White, you really just
Yep.
Interesting.
But we're not allowed to use that.
no, it's actually certified in Canada now, Joe.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yep.
I didn't know this. Thanks, guys.
And they actually
Appreciate it.
changed the color a little bit too.
Which, by the way, Refrigeration Technologies, unofficial sponsor of the HVAC Overtime show.
Yep.
They're officially unofficially, and we were
Yeah.
supposed to make a shirt together, but we didn't do it. So yeah,
Nope.
Yeah.
I
But we
found
were
that.
going to.
Adam spent all of his money
I mean,
on making
Just money and
this shirt right here.
I
Boom.
found that.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Can I highlight him?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome, Chris. Yeah.
That
Just ask me,
my wife
Emily.
was like, "No, you can't wear that." This just
Married
randomly
with
showed up at my house.
benefits.
I had no idea who it was from. There was
I
no
forgot I even sent that
indication.
to you. I bought that like a month ago.
That's
Will
awesome.
swing if
Forever.
pushed. That is amazing.
Oh,
Will swing if
God.
pushed.
I dare you to wear it to one of your house parties.
Sharing is caring.
Do
Married
it.
with benefits. Plays well with others.
Huge, man.
Always looking for a party.
Do it. Like wear it
That's
under a
awesome.
shirt next time you're out with your wife, like out to dinner, and then accidentally
off.
spill some wine on your shirt. And then like, oh man, and then just take it
Not
off.
a
Like,
vanilla.
good thing I got this extra shirt on me.
That's awesome. I found that code for oxygen permeation. The materials and equipment used in closed hydronic heating systems shall be selected to reduce the effects of oxygen permeation by one of the following means. A non-metallic tubing system incorporates oxygen barrier with a minimum rate of oxygen permeation of less than blah, blah, blah. So yeah, in our code book, CSA
Why
code
though,
book,
Joe? Why don't we talk about why? Why is that important?
because it kills shit. It kills
It does.
premature failures on boilers,
She's
pumps,
an
everything.
expert.
That's messed up, Ryan.
I know.
Yeah, sometimes your wife runs off with the bull, and you're just left in the corner whacking it.
Oh man. Oh, I'm going
We've all been there. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, I guess not. No, not me. But
No.
hey, listen,
no.
how are you gonna give away this thing?
Yeah, man. Let's get to
we
the
run out
drugs
of
and the
time.
money and the guns.
Jeez.
'Cause
Well,
I got an appointment in about 10 minutes to dress up in my GI Joe gear and dance around with my AR-15.
I mean, we didn't really think this through, did we?
No.
Oh yeah, so Bill and I, we were commenting today because some random thing popped up on my feed, and let's talk about this and get serious for a second. Some random thing popped up on my feed. Adam and Joe, you guys, I don't know if you heard this, but it was some dude that I've seen on HVAC platforms popping up like on Facebook or whatever, and he was standing there dancing to a TikTok song, holding a rifle, and
Yeah,
like
he's all like dressed up in like ballistics.
yeah, he's in his army GI Joe gear, and he's like
Yeah.
moving back and forth, dancing with a rifle, and then he ends it by swinging his knife. Like, what the hell is
So
wrong
weird,
with
like-
people?
That's
So
a
weird.
HVAC dude.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
it's a HVAC dude, but what is wrong with people? Like, I mean, I don't want to
That's
call people out, but like, that's just
America.
dumb. Like, how old are you? Like,
How old are you?
that's just dumb.
That's
But I
pretty
played
rough.
GI Joes when I was like 6, you know.
Yeah. Right.
But not when I was like in my late 20s or early 30s, like this dude. Like,
The way you're talking, Chris, it's like you're wiping your butt with my flag.
pretty much. That was dumb.
Nice one.
That's what's wrong with society. If we
Hold on
glorify
a
some
second.
dude
Can
standing
I
there.
tell you guys something?
Yeah.
Hold on. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I gotta say it.
Oh man, this is great.
So I got home from work the other day, right? And my wife's like, I need to talk to you about something.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm like, what's that? And she's like, so
Miracle.
I tried getting you out of the NRA today. I'm like, what do you mean you tried getting me out of the NRA?
What?
She's like,
You're
well, I
in the
called
NRA?
them and told them that you want out. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? And she's like, well, I told them to stop sending the magazine. They asked why. And she's like, because I throw it in the garbage whenever you send it. Don't send it here anymore. I'm like, well, this is like my mom. You're like, it's kind of embarrassing or whatever. And she's like, and I told them to cancel your membership. But she said, you have to write a letter to the president of the NRA to request being out since I'm a lifetime member.
Oh my god!
So I'm like, I am not writing a freaking letter to the
No, you don't even bother with that.
Let me clarify too. I'm not anti-gun or anything like that.
No.
I'm just anti people being dumbasses doing dances on TikTok holding a rifle.
I'm not anti-gun either. I have actually. There's a couple guns in my closet over here.
I love guns,
I have guns too, and but it's just funny because the whole idea of let's not even talk about this person, just people in general that stand there doing a dance on TikTok, whatever, like, can guarantee you that person could not live with the consequences of doing something horrible when he pulled that trigger.
You know what?
His mind wouldn't be able to deal with that.
Like, I don't have a ton of guns. Like, I'm not loaded down with guns, but I'll tell you what, you'll never see my guns. And if you do see my guns, something bad is about to happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, I don't show them off. Like, there's no reason to. I don't get them to show off. I get them to facilitate safety. You know, when I'm going to these,
exactly,
especially at work, like when I'm going to these bad parts of Detroit or Toledo or wherever I go, where I'm like, you know, I've been working in places and there's been drive-by shootings like next door or whatever. I'm like, I should probably be strapped, you know. And
I own guns too, but it's not something that I'm going to go around making light of.
Dustin Cole, we're not talking about wearing tank tops.
Yeah,
wife beaters, whatever they're called.
Suns out, guns out, bro.
Just because I don't like it doesn't make it wrong. I would argue that the idea of people glorifying that on a TikTok or a short, what happens if he has a little kid looking up to him thinking that that's what you're supposed to do is dress up and walk around with a rifle? Like, I totally support constitutional rights and I totally support the other side and the right to bear arms, like 100%, but I don't support the right of or for people to be idiots and stand up there and flaunt it on social media like it's the coolest thing in the world to walk around swinging at, you know, like, hey, Chris, stabbing someone.
Do guns cause cancer in Cali?
No,
but they probably cause forest fires, I bet.
Yeah.
How are you telling me that you stand and dress up in G.I. Joe clothing and dance in front of the camera and put it on social media for people to follow you?
I mean, House rocks a mullet, dude. I'm telling you, he would. If he
might
put bandana on, he would look like Rambo walking around.
No, but like, it was just funny. Like, I mean, you know, whatever. So.
No, I hear you, Chris, buddy. I totally get it.
So come on, guys, come up with an idea. Somebody start brainstorming here. What do you guys in the chat? How do you think we should give it away? And we don't want to just give it away to a random person.
We're gonna figure out how to give this away on the show that we announced that we're giving this away.
Yes. That's how we ever done anything different?
That's like the Publishers Clearinghouse knocking on your door, like, hey, we got this big check. How do you think we should give this away? You're just some random guy, right? Like, what do you think? Maybe
here's the thing. This is what I'm worried about. I want to make sure it goes to an HVAC person.
Pick a number, right, Susie? Like I did.
We did that.
Pick a number. That was awesome.
We did that.
That worked out real good.
Set it to.
Hey, John's got a great idea. Biggest dick and smallest dick.
Oh my god.
Whip them out.
Yeah, whip them out, bro. Like,
it's not
send
Wednesday,
us some pictures.
It's not Wednesday.
It's not Wednesday.
You guys don't remember that was Tom Likas. Tom Likas had Whip Him Out Wednesday.
No way. What was it, like a radio show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We could do a question and answer. We could do a technical question, and if the person is not an
but they're just gonna Google it.
Yeah, but
we can't see them.
Ryan,
somebody will answer it quick though, because there's some smart.
I mean, Yamo's gonna get all the questions right again. Like
that was great. Joe busted me on that one.
I've already DM'd Joe. Did you?
That's what ended our relationship, by the way.
That's what got us fired, I bet.
It did. It really did.
Did you see the private chat, Adam?
My heart.
No. Let me see. Taking a look.
Let me see here.
Don't read it out loud. That's where Chris posts all his bad things.
Ooh. Oh.
I don't care, though, but I thought that was a cool idea.
Yeah? The original?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Is it him though?
Is it really him? And is he going to use it for good?
I want to make sure that everything, it's used for a good purpose.
Just starting out.
See, this is why I don't put a lot of thought into what I do. I just let it happen, because then we just sit here and be like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. And I'm just like, just pick someone. Dude.
Just do it. Just pick somebody.
And most of the people in here, I was going to say, make sure you give it to a good fan.
Whoever dumped the most refrigerant this week wins.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Dave, I've been using the same recovery tank for 3 years. So,
hey, I read a comment on some guy's coworker. They were talking about the EPA giving away, the reward for turning somebody in. For
no way. Being a rat.
Wow. And he's like, yeah, I heard this guy at the supply house talking about he's going to turn his boss in so he gets a $10,000 reward. So he can start his own company.
Didn't I hear that nobody's ever? I think I heard that nobody has ever collected.
Somebody in the comments said that once a dude in his company tried turning somebody in, and he called the EPA, and the EPA said that account is out. There's no money in that account. We can't pay rewards.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice.
It's still wrong, but I'm sorry if you turn someone in, like
it's like an old wives' tale.
Yeah.
I like to recover refrigerant into a Walmart grocery bag.
Isn't that how you do sometimes in refrigeration or whatever, Chris?
What's that?
Isn't there like a bag method or something?
There's a recovery
No,
bag.
that was a method that if it wasn't it like on the EPA test that if you had a small enough amount on domestic appliances that you would just put it into a bag and then take it outside because it was like 3 ounces and then
there's an actual like legit big bag you can recover in, or there was anyway. I used to see it in supply houses. Yeah, no, it wasn't the
there's actually a conversation to be had, and it's always taboo when I say this in my videos, but there's an argument to be made for systems that have like small charges like 5-6 ounces, because when you think about how much of that you're going to lose anyways when you put a recovery machine on there, and then you have all the gas that's between your tank and your hose that gets lost, which is a couple ounces. And then there's also an argument when you're doing like a hot swap. Some people will tell me, like, if I've done a hot swap where you pump a system down to like 2 PSI and then you just swap a pressure control real quick. Yeah. People will be like, well, isn't that against the law? And it's like, think about how much gas you lose when you actually hook a vacuum pump up to a system and dehydrate the oil of all the refrigerant. It's a lot more than the 2 ounces you're going to lose when you do a hot swap. Like,
I know who I'm going to give one of them to.
I agree.
Do it.
It's over, but he's not here right now.
What? What kind of shit is that?
You can't give somebody who's not here. That's what we're doing the show for.
Is he here?
Thanks for supporting us, guys.
Ping him on Facebook right now.
Is he here all the time though?
Well, you need to ping him or say it in the private chat.
If he's here all the time,
I think I got to do it. It just popped into my head and it's got to happen.
One is going, go for it.
And just say it. I mean, say it on the show.
Guys, I think it has to be one of the two is going to Herman Lloyd.
Okay, that's a good one.
That dude freaking hustles. He's always working at churches. He's teaching. Maybe he's gonna do something for one of his students or whatever. But
that's true.
He deserves.
And he's an old guy that's willing to learn the new methods.
Oh wow, yeah, he's an old guy. Huh? Just
you know what I mean. You know when they say an old man.
And he is ripped. That dude is.
We're
talking about Suns Out, Guns Out.
Can learn new tricks.
So that's one. Now what's another one?
I don't know, but somebody go on Facebook right now and freaking ping Herman and tell him.
He's there. He's here. I know I've seen him earlier.
Is that the
Someone
real
said
Herman
he
Lloyd?
was in. Yeah, he was in here.
Yeah,
if that's the real Herman Lloyd, please stand up.
You won. You won $400 gift card.
Damn.
All right, so that's one.
Now you just have to wait 4.5 months for Adam to email you the code.
I'll send it tonight.
And if it's anything like when Joe sent gift certificates to Bill, it'll be a gift certificate to the Canadian version of Ross.
Yeah, you can only use it on Alibaba. Like, these are great.
It's
these
in
are
rupees.
Awesome.
Rupees.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other ideas? Come on, people.
I do actually, Adam. In the private chat, I'll name another one.
Go for it. And this doesn't mean we're gonna say.
Make sure this is private chat. Yeah, that's private chat. That's the other one.
Yeah,
I think that's a good one.
I think
it's not a bad one.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Dustin Cole.
There you go.
Just won the other $400.
There you go.
He already left. He left the show like an hour ago. Once he heard we weren't giving it away at the beginning of the show, he's like, "Fuck these guys, I'm out."
He's here still.
I'm sorry, guys. I wish I can give one to everyone, but I don't have any money. We could always ask Chris for more gift cards.
I'm tapped. My bank account is gone, dude. I gave away $6,000. I'm done.
Tune in next week because I'll be giving mine away next week, right here at the same time.
Bam!
Same place.
You heard that.
And you need to follow Rick from HVACR Survival. You need to follow Adrian from Reliable HVACR. You need to follow Ryan from Hughesman HVAC. Yep. You need to follow Brett from Advanced Refrigeration Podcast, Pat Finley from Commercial Kitchen Chronicles, Jason Latimer. Who am I missing?
HVAC Overtime.
Well, then you still got to follow Joe because Joe's going to give one away eventually.
Yep.
And Bill's going to give one away. And then I think there might be one more person.
Replace Tito.
You don't even remember how many people.
Yeah, so if you follow them, they all have different giveaways on their channels too. So because each one of the content creators got a gift card for themselves to keep and then a gift card to give away. So Rick just released his video and it was really cool because he gave a gift card to his apprentice, which was really cool.
That was awesome.
So
I didn't know he had an apprentice.
Yeah, he had an apprentice, so he gave a gift card to him. So that was really cool.
Man, I wish I had an apprentice. I'd give them something like half a sandwich and a candy bar or something.
Yep. So just go follow those other creators and go onto my channel for my giveaway video, and it'll list all the creators in case I forgot to mention one. But I think I named them all.
Yeah, guys,
so there was 9 creators. So
and of course,
Brett said he's giving his away at the airport on Sunday.
Yep.
Joel's giving away a 55-gallon drum of pure maple syrup. I did convert it to maple syrup. You're right, Peter. So if you want maple syrup,
I mean, instead of glycol, you guys use maple syrup, right?
True.
Ted's here. He's not mad. Nobody's swearing. That's why.
Hey, what's up, Ted?
He's not mad. Nobody's swearing.
Yeah, I've been drinking, so I have a filter.
Ted, I didn't answer your text message the other day. I know sometimes I do. Ted sends me like funny comments that people post on his channel. He sent this one that was off the freaking wall.
Pat's apprentice steals his tools. That's awesome.
I have a serial killer on my channel.
Hey, Ted, can I read your comment on air?
Yeah, he don't care.
You care if I read it?
I know he just
Pat,
did a
you
video.
need to put a bear trap in your barn then.
Oh, don't worry about it, Peter. You're awesome, dude. You guys are all awesome. He said,
You
guys are all awesome here. You guys are always standing with the support. And you guys should support support everybody, guys.
Yeah, support everybody in this industry.
Right.
Wait. There's a caveat to that. Support everybody except these sales heavy gurus.
Right.
Yeah.
The white shirt guys, we don't need them. Honestly, we don't.
So Ted had a
all
comment.
My white shirts have yellow stains in the
Ted
armpits.
didn't approve the comments. It didn't post on his channel, but he sent me a picture of this, a screenshot.
Oh, nice.
Said, take a video about this. The world is now ruled by one community of people, the world satanic elite. You can also call them the committee to meet the Antichrist and prevent the second coming of Jesus. Trump called them the deep state. At the moment, it consists of about 10,000 people, and the main ones are Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Windsors, Rocks, and their ancestors, descendants of other people who enter and may have their mark on Lucifer, blah, 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 and it keeps going from there. That's some like freaking tin.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you mine. This guy leaves one of these comments that's cryptic like this at least once or twice for every video, and it says, Happy New Year. I like your podcast / social media. The chief of police was saying there is nothing there due about all social media out there. You might be going a little helter-skelter on me again, studying my EPA 608 study guide, but there is always liquid propane. Love you, buddy. Might sound a little queer again. Jolly good show, old boy. I'm the Terminator System Model 101.
Woo! That is awesome, and I think we should have him on this show.
Yeah,
two times a video, he leaves those freaking comments.
Are you sure that's not that guy, Tom?
Dude,
no.
That sounds like something that guy Tom would say.
I
missed
that
saying it's a
guy.
Chinese
What happened to
spot.
that dude? He's got to come back.
He's probably in a mental hospital now.
I think that guy's a serial killer.
Might be
And I
saying
think
it's
he's
a
gonna
bot as
find me.
well.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Here's
doubt
another
it.
one. By the way, Chris, there's a lot of alpha rhythm waves going on in the software again. According to the FBI, DEA, ATF, CIA, NSA, DOD, and Scotland Yard, the KGB, and Interpol, and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, everything is all right on your end? Question mark?
Oh, okay. All right.
Sure.
Thanks. Sure.
You should just fire back something like, I like mashed potatoes too.
And, you know, I have the opportunity. I have the opportunity to like approve or deny, and I always approve his comments. I'm like,
the thing that got me in that comment, Chris, it was like he was making a statement at the end. It was a twist because it was a question.
Yeah,
really throws you for a loop, you know.
This is 2 weeks ago. Hey, Chris, I like your podcast, social media. Looking through some comments? Question mark. I see you back to talking like a middle-aged man again. When you were young, did you and your friends eat pizza at Chuck E. Cheese? Question mark. Or did you go out hunting with a little man like Dick Cheney? Question mark. If so, then you might still have a big Dick Cheney qualities. Love you, buddy. Happy holidays. What a jolly good show, old boy. God save the king.
Can you ask him to come on the show?
God save the
Tell
king.
him I will pay him. I will pay
There
him
you
money
go.
to come on the
The
show.
nanu killed me. My wife is like, "What the hell does nanu mean?" And I go, "Nanu freaked you out? What about the rest of the fucking serial killers talk?
That's
Nanu is just
hilarious.
Robin Williams from fucking Mork and Mindy." Like,
Yeah,
That's the
you know
part
who he
that
reminds
got
me of, guys? The guy from Facebook group, the guy everybody knows him. Please help me out. The guy who just does some jump along. He does these posts. Everybody knows him. He's awesome, and we just accept him. What's his name?
No
He's
idea.
a troll. He's in the group. He always posts. Guys, please tell me. Somebody help me.
But I'll tell you
Weird
what.
things.
There's a lot more people like that nowadays than there was before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it spread with COVID.
I was just about to say that. This is my own little conspiracy theory, is that the COVID, if it didn't kill you and nothing else happened, it turned you into a whack job.
Right, Randall. Yeah, Bill.
But I'm going to say, just for the record, I think that guy makes a lot of sense, and I don't want to be on his list.
Nanu.
Who was
Nanu,
I gotta go look now.
Please, Chris, ask him to come on the show, please.
Nanu, my brother.
Yeah, his fucking comments are freaking.
I will find them.
It says it's HVACR North.
I had a friend a long time ago that was a paranoid schizophrenic, diagnosed through and through, and like that's that same type of stuff he would tell me. Like he's the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. He one time kicked me out of his house because he said that I was a robot. I was a robot impersonation of myself. He's like, "You're not the real Bill. You're a robot, and you need to leave right now." And I mean, all sorts of just amazing material. I'm like, dude, you are so crazy. I'm gonna come back tomorrow again.
Yeah, I gotta find this guy, man. I will find him.
Oh, you're looking for that crazy guy that you know?
Yeah, you got. As soon as I say it, you guys are going, "Oh yeah."
But it's all fun and games. But I mean, these people are out there. They're out there driving cars, buying guns, working jobs.
It's true. They're the people that like freaking shoot up places and stuff.
They are. Like these are the people that go to a pizza place because they're like, you guys got a bunch of kids in the basement, and I heard about it on the internet. You need to let them out. And they're like, we don't have a basement.
When you hear of stuff like that happening, and then you go back and they like look at the history of somebody in their life, they're like, they look and they're like, this person's been off the rocker their entire life.
Yeah.
Life, very, very rarely. Like
of course,
nice guy. Never would have thought. Like, no, this dude was the dude you don't want to stand next to in an elevator.
Watch, I'm not even just reading this crap. Here's another one.
Can't wait.
Just posted it in the chat, and I'm going to look. It literally, I posted it in the chat, and it did it in 3 comments because it's so goddamn long. Nice. Hey Chris, I like your podcast social media. Looking through some comments, ? But again, you are not the one dealing with the health department, ? But again, you can thank Donald Trump. Again, he would want the water supply line changed. Too bad we did not see you on Capitol Hill that day, ? But America is still proud of you, boy. Love you, buddy. Might sound a little queer again, but what a jolly good show. God save the king. Apollo 13 flight control. Do we have a go or no go? Copy? Chris, are we still on Vox or Baby Vox? Copy?
I'm actually thinking about getting him on as a 5th member of the show.
Oh, wow.
I mean, all the stuff that guy could bring to the table. I mean, I don't even like. How do you come back to that?
Pat
you're right.
Yeah, puts the lotion on the skin.
100%, dude.
Well, absolutely, we're not Chipmunk. You're right. We're not doing that for sure.
Like, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, if you've ever given yourself a haircut, you're a psychopath.
Oh, dude, I've given myself
my hair all the time.
Freaking 5 years straight when I shave my head.
I'm talking like when you're shaving head, that's different. Like if you actually like legit try to give yourself like a cut, a custom haircut, like style it or whatever, like you're a psychopath. Shave your head.
Gallahan
maybe you're a psychopath.
Waving hello. Does that mean it's him?
No, we know Sir Gallahan. Hey guys, his name was Levi Miller.
Don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know
what
you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't.
He's in the group. He posts these.
Doesn't he have like a son or something like that?
But you know what's?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's cool, kind of scary. I seen a couple people in the chat saying I do sound like a robot. Maybe I am a robot. I just don't know it. Maybe I'm an unself-aware robot.
You know, it's weird. What's that? Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was talking about how computers are self-learning and that. He's like, what if we are all computers and we are learning and this is a simulation that we're in?
I did hear that. Didn't you say that on Rogan?
I don't think
Neil deGrasse Tyson is probably one of the most down to earth freaking geniuses ever.
Yeah.
Like he's just so like he could have a conversation with anybody, and he's just so freaking brilliant.
Like I don't think we're robots, but I would entertain the idea that we all live in a simulation.
Oh, what was it? What happens if you're just a cell within another body?
Yeah.
What happens if our Earth is just literally a cell?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Possible.
I've thought about that.
Probably is.
We can continue this conversation, but I need to go have a few more drinks to be able to stay relevant in it.
You need to put on your pineapple shirt if we're going to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we're sex bots. I think Clive is pretty close to that.
That's another guy. He brought people here. That's another guy we gotta give. Check him out, guys. Big Clive.
Oh, Big Clive? Hell yeah. He'll be going live again tomorrow. I miss Clive. We got to have him back on the show again one of these days.
I mentioned it kind of fell off everyone's radar, but I said, hey, we should have had him on for the New Year's show since we did last year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I got to be up early tomorrow, or I'd offer to do it tonight, but yeah. We got to be up early, me and Adam, and Brett will probably be there as well for the Cooler Heads podcast, where we talk about all sorts of things that plague people in the blue-collar industries. Health, mental health, fitness, how it affects our kids.
Clive, do you recognize that guy? Clive says he probably brought the wrong type of people here. Do you recognize the guy that I'm talking about?
I mean, I would venture to say Clive brought the right kind of people here.
Exactly.
What are we talking about tomorrow, Bill? We're talking about substance abuse in the trade, right?
See you later, friendly.
I don't know. I don't think we really pinpointed that down or pinned that down. It's either I think it's substance abuse and addiction, or like just being fat and unhealthy.
Is the Cooler Heads podcast on YouTube? Yeah, it's on YouTube and all the podcast platforms.
No, I don't think it is. He's not putting it on podcast platforms.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah, he was kind of.
Thought it was.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I asked him, and he's like, "What do you want me to do about it?" I'm like, I don't know.
I'm subscribed to it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong then.
Yep. Like usual.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, because I thought I listened to it on podcast platforms, but I could be crazy.
Yeah, if it is posted, put the link up for Joe T.
Well, he's here, so he could tell us.
Which channel is the Cooler Heads on? It's on the Cooler Heads podcast. Like, just search that on YouTube, the Cooler Heads podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like this show, but a little bit more serious.
Yeah, you guys don't talk about HVAC at all. It's just about mental health and stuff.
Well, we do throw a little bit of stuff in here or there. Like we'll relate to.
It's more or less like, how does the trade like affect your life? Because everybody's got problems. Like we all have problems. And I would venture to say a majority of my problems, they kind of are tied into the trades. The long hours, the being on call, the work fluctuations, the stress. There's all sorts of stuff that goes into it. It's a wild dynamic.
Jesus asks if I listen to the Cooler Heads podcast. Yeah, I
do. Fun fact, we actually invited all four of us to be part of the podcast, and guess what?
I haven't had time.
Me and Bill show up.
Yeah, I've been on it once. I was on it once.
You guys, just because I'm not like, I don't have kids.
Hey, Sean Schwab dropped 55 pounds in 3 months.
That's amazing.
That's
very
awesome.
Cool.
Where's the before and after, Sean? Let's go.
Yeah. Send me some nudes, bro. It's cool. It's cool. We're just joshing around.
Oh my God, Bill. And on that note,
I would end it, but I don't have anything queued up.
Hey, Randy Ravioli subscribed to the Cooler Heads podcast. Thanks, Randy, for your support.
Yeah,
Randy is super supportive. He's an awesome dude.
Which, by the way, Adam, you already know this, but because I showed you this super secret design, but we're going to put that design on a shirt, and we're going to have a new shirt uploaded to the website here in the next couple of weeks, I think.
Do you have it ready? We're not going to have anything.
He was carrying a window.
What do you mean?
For the symposium? No.
Oh, it's all ready to go. Like, you just got to figure out what. I thought I did.
Someone earlier
I'll send you the actual file, though.
I don't blame you, Pat.
All is going to the symposium, and that would just be Adam, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, not me. Not this time.
So come, if you're going to the symposium, come hang out with me. Let's talk about it. Let's get a conversation started, or what do they say? In those,
you're stealing Trevor's tagline.
I know.
Which he was here earlier, Trevor. I don't know if you heard that. If you're still here,
yeah, I did. I saw him in there.
Yeah.
You know what? I just realized. Last year,
Susie,
somebody I put two and two
Susie,
together.
Herman.
Somebody came up to me at the symposium last year and introduced himself, and it was T Leck.
Tom, yeah.
I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I talked to him.
I didn't realize it, and then like after a time, I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that's who that was.
Yeah, his name's Thomas or Tom. So I met him and his son the first year, I think. Oh, Tom, was your son at last year too? I thought I met your son the first year.
Stare you down.
Yep.
Well, this is a riveting podcast.
That's exactly
HVAC ice cream guy. What like you guys come on tomorrow?
What time? What time you guys?
How did you get
tomorrow?
time from like?
He's bad at typing like me, or he's doing.
Is he Canadian?
Probably.
Yeah.
We are. What is it? 8 o'clock.
Maple syrup makes his keys sticky.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
8 o'clock a.m. Central Time.
Yeah, that's a little too early for my time. That's like 4 a.m. my time.
Hamilton.
Easy.
Thanks. Good job, bud. Good to see you, obviously.
On a Saturday. All right, let's hit the button. I'm tired and I need
Boom.
All right, guys. I'm going to send out the gift cards and then don't talk to me ever again. I am moving out of the country.
And Bill is sending. Hey, Bill. Next week, he said he's giving his away.
Next week we'll give something
and
away.
I get all the praise, and I responsibly avoided responsibility.
And Peter Smart, hey, send me an email with your shirt size on it. I'll send you something.
Yeah, I know he doesn't expect anything, but do it, dude. He's a good supporter of Chris and us, and
Peter's awesome. So
and again, Chris, you're awesome for doing what you do, buddy.
Good job. Anybody out there, don't forget, send your nudes to Chris. He likes to see him. He might not.
Do not send me your butthole pictures, okay?
Please.
Please, I'm never opening another picture from a non-recognized email address again. Trust me.
Well, then make a fake email address, and if it's like pretend like it's Michael Hausch, but instead of L, use an I, and
change it to change it to field piece. Or
you're like those fraudulent
or like heat crack or something in there.
Long story.
Just
okay,
fill it with butthole pics. Oh, either or, John.
Man.
Either or. Shave, hair, it don't matter. He likes.
I remember I deleted it right away, and then the guys are like, well, "What did it look like?" And I'm like, "I deleted it."
Bill said either way, shaved, hairy.
Yeah. What John said there. Man, Mike's got you. Mike's gonna send some butt pics. He's good for it.
Please don't.
I mean, he's ripped. So
Send him a curious HVAC guy. After all, he is kind of curious.
I'll bet you.
Yeah, you're right, Chris.
I'll bet you he's got legs like a horse.
I tell you what. I will send this
please.
pickle to whoever wants to, and then you got to send the pictures to Bill.
You better sanitize that before you touch it.
You gotta sanitize it.
All right, hit that button.
Hit it and quit it, bro.
Brandy's saying chocolate and vanilla buttholes. Okay. Interesting.
What? I mean, doesn't everybody have a chocolate butthole?
You guys are nuts.
I mean, unless you're bleaching it.
You guys are nuts.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Is it okay if the nuts are hanging through?
Yeah, smash and dash, guys.
We call that a backdrop.
Oh man.
A backdrop.
Imagine someone who clicked my link from my clean channel and came to this show like just at the end, and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
what the hell?"
Oh, I know.
Or no. Imagine that kid, that kid from fifth grade or whatever, watching this show. It's like, oh my god, that's my hero.
I got to stop sharing this. On
You know what?
channel.
You know what I've come to realize though. If you know the HVAC Overtime show, you need to accept this for what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are here and we are doing our right and we're doing our job.
We're here. You're queer. Let's hang out.
Well, and let's be honest. I mean, if I'm super clean on my channel, is it really me?
No.
And if someone has a problem with it,
like I look at it like, listen, we all have serious sides. This is not the serious side. Like I've said before, we can get serious. But this is just dudes hanging out in the back of a supply house, having some beers, maybe doing a line of coke, throwing some money around, whatever.
This is 1972. What the hell are you doing?
1972,
bro. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Oh man.
These guys make it the best. You got the best chat ever, man. You guys
thank you
That's
guys.
Right. I only show up for the chat.
I honestly, if I had the money, if I won the lottery, I'd give everyone $1,000 gift cards.
Hey, wait, John Harrell wants to know what happened to the dildo giveaway.
No, yeah, I don't know.
I think that was on Chris's OnlyFans.
Yeah,
page.
Hausch, I probably need to stop calling people out. I think I called someone out last show too.
Good
I need
job,
to just keep it
Chris.
to myself.
Way to make enemies.
You did, and I could do. Should we talk about who you called out last show?
Ooh.
No, let's leave that be.
Truth is,
Leave that in the
know.
archives because nobody's ever going to watch that show again.
We
No,
should.
that's
Hey,
true.
for the blooper reel, you should go back and we
It's
should
just-
talk about all the guys we've called out over the different.
Already
shows.
on my
All the
mental list in my
uncomfortable
brain.
moments of things that I laughed at that I shouldn't have laughed at.
Yep. We'll
Although
label it.
I am proud for the last time Bill said something really dumb, and I was like, I'm not even going to laugh at that. And I just
What was
didn't.
that?
We all held it together.
We did.
Which one was that? What
And
was that? What
remember?
did say?
I mean,
Someone-
I
a
kind of want to
really-
walk out of the room.
A really prominent person that we're not going to name even said it got a little weird, but it was a good show. So, yeah.
I'm curious.
That's
I think I know who
your
you're talking about. Is he an accountant?
Yeah, he's an accountant. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. It's Jason.
Right. What's the
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
All right, guys.
You know what I mean. He's got curly hair.